How about we give a round of applause to Miss Ellingson and all the middle school kids again. Middle schoolers are awesome and a little weird. We have in front of you right now, this is the Intermezzo Orchestra. It is 99% freshmen. We have before us, I have to tell you, when I started off the year and I knew I was going to be teaching freshmen, I haven't taught freshmen in a decade. This worried me just a little bit. I wasn't sure how this was going to happen. And I have to tell you, these kids, oh my gosh, I just love these kids. I am so excited on a B day when I get here and I'm like, yay, I have my 9th graders. They're full of a little spit and vinegar, but they have a lot of fun and we really enjoy playing. And you're going to see in front of you when you started hearing the freshmen play this fall, they were playing pieces, they grade orchestra music. And the grade level for the fall music was around 2.5 that we were doing. The 2 pieces that you're going to hear right now are grade level 4. They're up a long ways from where they were before. And they're doing very, very challenging stuff. I have to tell you one thing about how much I love these kids. My wife and I and a couple of orchestra parents took 92 orchestra students to Minneapolis a week ago and stayed overnight in a hotel. Yes, I realize how dangerous that is, but it was very, very fun to do. It was very fulfilling for those kids, too. We saw the Minnesota Orchestra. Middle school kids, listen to this very closely because you'll get to do the same thing. We saw the middle school the Minnesota Orchestra, and then the next day we went and saw half of the group went to the Chanhassen and saw Mary Poppins, and the other half of the group went to the Minnesota Opera and saw Carmen. 2 wonderful, wonderful things. And parents need to know this. This is just why I'm saying this right now. I got a handwritten note the morning after we stayed overnight from the hotel security. The handwritten note was somewhere along the lines, "Thank you for having some of the best kids we've ever had in this hotel." That is an incredible thing to hear, being that there were 2 other teams in the hotel. There was a golf team and there was a basketball team, both of which had less than 16 people in it, and both of which the hotel security was still chasing around at 3 o'clock in the morning. Our kids were silent after 11, and I think they need a round of applause just for being that. The last thing I have to say about how much I enjoyed that trip was the morning after, again, my wife was on Twitter. I don't do Twitter. I have no idea how to run it. I teach a class that hasn't changed in the last 300 years. I can't do technology. But my wife was on Twitter, and she follows the Minnesota Orchestra, and she saw on there one of the tweets they had from the night we were there. We watched Stravinsky's Rite of Spring. Now, those that know classical music, Stravinsky's Rite of Spring is a very intense piece of music about a woman who dances herself to death. It's very intense. We listened to this, and the tweet said, "Favorite part of concert tonight, watching high schoolers' minds get blown 2 seats in front of us." And I thought that was really cool, because we were the only high school group there that night, so I knew it was our kids. So that was very, very fun. These kids are going to play 2 pieces for you. The first one is by Vivaldi. This is the only Baroque piece that the high schoolers are going to be playing. It's got a lot of notes. It's got a lot of notes in it, and our violins get a lot of a workout. We get done, and they're sweating, and I love it. The second piece that you're going to hear is a piece by a lady by the name of Soon-Hee Newbold, who is a movie and video games composer. This piece is called North Star to Freedom. It's based on the Underground Railroad, and you're going to hear a lot of that kind of feel to it. So I hope you enjoy the Intermezzo Orchestra. Thank you.